Oh my god, no, it was the opposite!
Your head is in his hands, like a pair of forceps crushing you, and you can feel every jewel.
Say it. I am a degenerate drunk.
Take the pain, goddammit. At
Never!
least take... Even under the increased force on your skull, there is no pain. Just the sound of your own blood gushing in there, feeding your mind with oxygen.
You are a poor player of physical chess.
I can actually try that again? Alright, I guess he just wasn't that intimidated. Let's do it again. This is gonna work again, I'm confident. Alright, well that was disruptive, my grandma came over, but... Nonetheless, I'm actually pretty surprised that he didn't just kill me outright. Let's do that again, because I still have a pretty good chance. He's just gonna let me do it again. I'm just too quick for him. The second time, I feel like, would have absolutely destroyed it.
Instinct. The man is... All you hear is a small...
Alright, 360 kick. This'll work. This is guaranteed. Foot grab. No, he didn't fucking... He wasn't ready.
The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button.
Disco Inferno!
As you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new Measurehead now.
No one is the new Measurehead. Let's go, before he gets up.
The lieutenant makes haste toward the door. There we go. Fuck yes.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Where's it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop. Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Bayi. Badass on-the-edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
Wait, what's that about a ludicrous fantasy world?
Yeah, you know. Beneath it is just heartbreak, a pulmonary tract infection, atherosclerotic disease. This is where you say action and reconceptualize all that. Reinvent it as the world's first celebrity police officer. This is the beginning of your legend.
Fuck it. Action!
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Do I have a skill point? I think I do. I do. Oh yeah. Alright, so I can get indirect modes of taxation or some kind of superstar. Indirect modes of taxation will make me more cold-blooded. And some kind of superstar makes me more illogical. And logic is my strength. I don't want to weaken that. My empathy's already as low as it can get, come to think of it. Look at that. One psyche. Alright, let's go with that. Can I loot his corpse?
The man is still knocked out. He breathes slowly and steadily.
This is how we fucking do. Rubber show, bitch. I'm stealing your bottle as well. Let's get the fuck out of here. Kim really wants to talk to me apparently, but he's gonna have to wait a second. What is that? In case of a strike, press button behind guard. Alright, now we can have a little chat.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere. I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hook.
How else were we gonna get through the gates?
There must be some other way. Let's go see the yard again. It faces the other end of the harbor. We're done with Measurehead here.
Okay, I think this dialogue was if I had have failed and then given up, because I don't think he's taking into account the fact that I just knocked him out.
Let's think of something else.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, look at all this shit. Every worker equals member of the board is written at the top of the flyers. And at the bottom, the union logo and Demand Democracy. This is a Dewey typewriter. The model name is on the back. Postcard Leyaden 21. Maybe like a room like this is where I should be using the flashlight. Is it like revealing anything extra? I don't think so. Ooh. Neat office shades. These were stuffed away in the dock workers' union office. They're perfect for scribbling down paperwork when the sun tries to get in your eye. Good for staring down suspects, too. +1 visual calculus, because they're the eye of the reckoner, but -1 drama, because they are a bit dry. This laminated postcard offers a glimpse across the river. A little more than a decade after the war, the eastern bank is already fully renovated. The hillsides are lush with gardens and residences. Someone's parked a small beige airship by the fountain. This postcard will sell for a pretty penny. 34 of them to be exact. Someone left the coffee machine on. Standard office file cabinet. The drawer seems to be locked.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Browse through them.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara.
Stop that. Stop scratching the chair.
And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Force myself to go through the folders.
Look how blurry all the lines on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist Samaran monk, focusing through not focusing. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but aesthetically more pleasing.
Could I actually focus through not focusing?
You're a police officer, not a spiritual healer. You can focus the normal way by turning your attention to something and not letting go.
If I let my eyes go completely out of focus, all shapes start melting into each other.
Is that what you're doing with those folders over there?
Yes.
Right. This is probably not relevant to our case. After all, we're not investigating an accounting mystery.
Oh. I could try again.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Not sure if you guys could hear that thump, but it was Coco smacking the oven with her tail because she was eating scraps of cheese off the floor that my grandma left for her. Look at the note.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes. Special whirling borscht. Water Everart's plants. Sweep office floor. More banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, Kim. I have to do a note with a list of errands for Everard.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list.
Take another look.
Remember, Leo, all items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled. The drawer slides shut smoothly.
What's that? A book. La Fumée, Volume 1, Number 4. Oh god, I don't want to read about communism. No thank you. My character is not a communist. It's one of the few things I know. See if we can learn
It's
some more
the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Alright, so I knew there was some kind of dice roll.
Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the Next World Mural.
Wait, HDB41? Weren't those Officer Precinct?
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
And HDB?
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
I think what you meant to say was RAC. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
No, the alphanumeric begins with HDB. Can't you see the sire is tired of these fabrications? RAC is clearly what it says on the case files. These are official documents. There is no arguing with official documents.
Good. How long does it take to read one of these Raphael-stamped cases?
Fine. It takes about half an hour for you to piece one together. Mr. Raphael, which one do you want?
The Next World Mural.
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. Cause of failure: rent too high. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class. People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case." The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the belles-lettres have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the Next World Mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Well, do I ever find out who came up with it?
The case files do not show you finding the author of the design. The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you. and the rest of row 3.